Stay tuned and let's take a look at this Marvel Legends Deluxe Venom. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. Today we are taking a look at this Marvel Legends Deluxe Venom, which is essentially a straight up re-release, repaint of the previous Monster Venom builder figure. But I'm not complaining, as these are the colours that I actually wanted that Venom figure in. So I am welcoming this repaint. I really like the packaging as well in the deluxe format with the purple background and the black. Very nice looking Venom. On the side we're getting some pictures of Venom. On the back we're getting a promo shot of Venom in his all beast form, and then we get a little write-up that reads, Eddie Brock takes vengeance on his skeptics as the all-consuming, spine-chilling symbiote Venom. So as I said, this is a welcome addition to the Spider Shelf. Venom in his classic look, but in beast form. This is how I picture Venom from the comics. So yeah, very much looking forward to opening this one and comparing it to the previous Monster Venom to see the differences. So let's do that right now. Pow! So here he is out of the packaging, looking very nice. And bravo to Hasbro for getting this guy to even fit in the deluxe box itself. Now, when he is out of the box, I'm definitely noting much more of a blue sort of tint to this guy. Definitely some shades of dark blue and black, which I'm really liking. Now, no accessories, but he does come with his back piece, just like the previous builder figure did, so they could fit it in the box. And as you can see on the back there, there's 4 peg holes, and then we're plugging this in, and it should snap in place just like that. And now we have Monster Venom, and he is just a straight up reissue of the previous builder figure, which I do have obviously right here. So as you can see, just first and foremost, they are the same figure in regards to sculpt and mold. Even the head sculpt seems to be exactly the same. It is just different paints. Even the little tentacles coming off his back look exactly the same. It is just a different paint scheme. So Hasbro have done it yet again, where they make us spend more money on essentially the same figure. But again, every Spider-Man purist or Venom fan will have their preference. This is the Eddie Brock Venom, and this is supposedly the Matt Gargan Venom when the Scorpion had the symbiote for a little bit. But yeah, lots of different versions of Venoms in the comics, so again, you pick your poison, literally. But I always preferred the more darker black on white, and even though this has got the shades of blue, it definitely sits a bit better for me in my shelf. But there is enough of a difference for me. Maybe I can display them both, I'm not too sure. But yeah, first and foremost, straight up the same figure. So I will zoom in, and we can have a look at that logo on the front, as it is the more classic looking Venom. And then on the back as well. So let's do that. Let's zoom in, and hopefully I'll be able to show you off some of that blue paint in there as well. Since they were giving us a re-release of this figure, it would have been good to get some different head sculpts, but it is exactly the same with the tongue sticking out. Would have been good maybe to get a closed mouth one, or just an angrier looking face rather than just the open mouth with the tongue. I've seen a few people customize like giant tongues. I think they're using the Marvel Select version, but I still like it for what it is if we only get one head, but it would have been good to maybe get some interchangeable heads just to switch up this deluxe version that little bit. And then on the front we get the classic looking Venom logo, and I say classic looking because that is how it is meant to look. As you can see, the classic looking Venom logo now on the front of the figure, and again it follows it all the way around onto the back. And while we're zoomed in, can you see the tones of blue under my lights? Definitely some blue shading in there, definitely on the thighs, and then on the sort of muscles there, you can see it a little bit on the shins and on the feet. But yeah, the articulation is exactly the same as the Monster Venom builder figure. Only single jointed elbows, but considering it's a big figure, I don't think that's too bad at all, and they go up quite a decent amount on both sides. No interchangeable hands, you're only going to get these 2 hands, but again, I can live with that. If we're only going to get one set, then I guess these clawed hands will be good. Did we really need the tentacles on this version of Venom? Probably not, but I don't hate them. It is Venom after all, so we can let them get away with that. Double jointed knees though, so you can still get good range on the legs, as you should, as he is still Venom. He's very athletic and agile and jumps just like the Spider-Man, of course. That is the powers he is mimicking. Whoops, I've just pulled out a hand. But yeah, I like it. There's not much to say about this guy if you already have the Monster Venom, because it is the same. It's just a case of which paint scheme do you prefer. But let's just compare him to some of the previous versions of Venom and all the Venom family at least. And just for our simple black and white comparison, here we have the Eddie Brock single packed Venom. Always like the little green tongue on this one. And then we have Spider-Man in the symbiote, of course, as well. But they are all essentially wearing the same suit. You can see the logos are the same across all three. But I wanted to see if I could get Eddie Brock's head on this new Venom. So obviously we have two different versions of this Venom. One, we got an unmasked Eddie Brock head with those impressive eyebrows. So I want to see if we can maybe get an unmasked head on this. I don't think it will work at all, but we can give it a go. So I'll do it while I'm on camera. There, the head comes off nice and easily. That's Eddie Brock's head. Okay, so that goes on there. But he's looking down, but I guess it could still work. There you go. So if you wanted to, you could put Eddie Brock's head on the Monster Venom. I don't know why you'd want to, but you could. Yeah, maybe a display option for someone. And maybe if you wanted this head, let's see if that one will go on there. I think the ball peg is the same size, so it should still technically work. There you go, that popped on. Now you can have that Venom head on this body. Does it work? For me, no, not really, but I'm sure people in the ACBA community might want to use that for some type of transformation, or at least a shot of just the head area maybe. But it's nice to know that you have those options, but I don't think it works. But still, same peg hole as the previous Venom, so it works. And here we have our Venom rainbow comparison, if you will, with, of course, Carnage, Scream, and Lasher. And it is rumoured that we are going to get Riot in an upcoming Venom rave this year, and may even see Agony as well, which are two more characters that we need to complete this sort of Venom family tree. All have their own unique colours as well. I think Agony's purple, and I'm not too sure what colour Riot is. I think he's maybe grey, but still, they will all look very nice on display once we have them all. And this Venom definitely fits in nicely with these guys on your shelf. And lastly, here we have Venom compared to Pizza Spider-Man. This pairing is iconic, forever going to be embedded in our brains in Marvel history. Venom versus Spider-Man, these two look great. So there you have it. Final thoughts is I'm very happy with this figure, even though it is honestly just a straight up repaint of the previous Builder figure. So you let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you prefer the new Deluxe Venom re-release, or do you actually prefer the Builder figure? Always curious to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments. Builder figure or Deluxe? Builder figure or Deluxe? Let me know. Curious to hear your thoughts. But this guy's really impressive. And again, I like the way that they've painted the middle piece. So when you bend in the ab crunch, the paint stays and you can still see the design. And he can't bend back much, but he can crunch forward, which is perfect because when he's battling Spider-Man and whatnot, you want him to be crouching forward. So I do think there is enough articulation, considering it's such a big figure, to do the job. And he's definitely too big for my little rotating base. He's definitely going to fall. But yeah, you let me know what you think in the comments below, as always. And most importantly, if you want to see more Marvel Legends reviews and hear me talk about Marvel Legends some more, then head over to the videos tab. But most importantly, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much. And as always, people, my name is Dan W, and I will, of course, see you on the next one.